there were a lot of complaints about the layout, the amount of people being let in, slow traffic, etc. I knew that was not their intention, but I definitely felt a little odd about it. I don't know, I'm trying my best to fit in within the community.
I'm a impersonator on Blue Sky.
Testing. Okay, I am here at Furry Weekend Atlanta 2026. It is my first Furry Weekend Atlanta, and I've heard great things about the show. I'm super excited. It is day 0, which is technically the first day for attendees, but setup day for all artists and vendors. I am here at the Bazaar, which is kind of like the artist alley. It's in the same room as all the vendors and whatnot, except my limitations, I have a half table, so my setup is a little smaller than usual, but if you've seen my other furry shows like Lone Star Fur Con and Texas Furry Fiesta, it's a similar build to that, but I have some new stuff this time. But before we get into that, Furry Weekend Atlanta is being held in multiple buildings. Vendor Hall is being held in the America's Mart Building 3. These are giant complexes with sky bridges connecting them, each with their own individual garages for parking. Unfortunately, it took a really long time for setup to begin. From my understanding, the convention was still waiting on the tables to be delivered for all the vendors. So until then, they were not letting anyone inside, just to minimize the chaos, which makes sense. But the staff was very helpful and had us line up along the side of the loading dock. Once we got inside, we had to wait in line first to check in. Once I got my badge, I was free to go set up. I finally found my table here at F5. It's really nice that all the alleyways are kind of are labeled. It's just unfortunate that the tables themselves aren't labeled. But that being said, once I figured out that odd tables are on one side, even tables on the other, it worked out okay. So for my setup, this year the limit is about 4 feet high, so about 4 grids high if you're using cube grids. Decided to just go for a 4-foot wide setup because these tables are about close to 8 feet tables, so just splitting in half with a neighbor. I didn't bring my clamps, so I put my shirts on grids. Not a lot of my setups have a closed grid top, mostly because I'm so tall and I like standing, so maybe I'll just sit down for the rest of this weekend. And something I'm introducing this con, I will be doing commissions, at con commissions. I wanted to advertise commissions more, and I draw digitally, so I'm actually bringing my laptop and portable Cintiq setup to draw and print. I'm borrowing a photo printer. I have some new stickers, like my new Munji stickers. I also have both stickers and charms on my new Fortnite Meowscles family. And I got random Splatoon sticker, Little Big Man, from a random stream doodle. You know, it's not really furry, but like the phone charms still do pretty well at furry shows, from my experience. And at least the superhero ones, I added Adam, Eve, and Omni-Man to the Invincible lineup. And of course, the return of my $5 goodie box, things I'm trying to get rid of. Much more condensed box this time. If you're new here, hello. My name is Jay, the writer who sometimes draws. When I'm not writing for shows and games or editing videos, I'm here in Artist Alley. Don't forget to check the link in the description to follow me on my socials and keep up to date with all my stuff on Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitch, etc. Hopefully this vlog will be informative for you.
To realize this badge came to me one day and I was like, I need to make this badge right now.
Oh, you have the nose models.
My God. Incredible.
Good morning. It is now day 1 of the vendor hall of Furry Week in Atlanta. It's crazy to see what everyone's booth sizes are like. I feel like there's a little bit of an inconsistency of what the definition of 4 feet or 4 grids high is, but you know what, that's okay. Just keep that in mind that if you want to set up, maybe bring at least 4 feet high and then maybe a little extra for signage. Maybe it depends on where you are. Yeah, after asking a couple of people, I was wondering like, what are you expecting this weekend? And a lot of them are saying that it normally shows good, but they're not sure because the vendor hall is in a separate building. We're not really sure what to expect, but no, it's really cool. This hall is very big. There's a lot more artists this year from my understanding. Maybe that's why there's more space allotted this time, because we're in a bigger space. Really cool to see everyone's art. I mean, this is my first time at a furry show in Atlanta, so I'm just seeing a lot of stuff I haven't seen before. Really cool. Today's hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that seems to be consistent throughout the weekend for every day. So we'll see how it goes. Before the show began, I got the opportunity to check out the Animal Insurgent Mercenaries booth. AIM. They're an indie studio, a really small crew, making a tactical furry game, kind of like think Advance Wars or Fire Emblem in terms of gameplay style. And they have a bunch of really cute original characters. And yeah, I've been really interested about this game, and I was really happy to try the demo. They had like a short version that was like 5 or 10 minutes, and then a longer version that was like had voice acting, but I only had time for the short version. Very excited for this game to come out. You guys should give them a follow. I picked up some merch and they gave me some stuff as well. And yeah, it's really cool to see indie projects like this exist. And the art, super cute. Oh my God. Okay, so it's a little after 2 o'clock right now. I'm just making my way to the restroom. So even though it is very bustling, there's a lot of people around. It seems like because the building's like fire hazard, they're letting people in waves. So there's actually a huge line still outside. In terms of numbers, I mean, maybe I have high expenses. For me, it is relatively slow for the size of the show, but that's just because I feel like there's just so many vendors, there's so much to look at, and the fact that they're letting people in a little bit at a time. I suspect that it will accumulate throughout the day. Vibes are great, I'm just chilling, everyone's so sweet, and everyone's just excited. That's the end of day one of... Oh, they just blocked this door. Are they gonna let me go through here? So that's the end of day one. After talking to a couple of the other artists, I think everyone's on the same page that, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's a cool new venue, but there's just a lot of artists. And so I think the competition is kind of spread thin. I mean, I'm in the green, but it's not for as big of a show as this is. I'm actually surprised at how little the numbers are in comparison to some other shows, but I can't really complain. My expenses are thankfully low from staying with my mother and you know, and like having access to her car. So yeah, but hopefully tomorrow will be better. We'll see. I do think the waves of people coming in and it taking about an hour and a half to 2 hours for attendees to be able to enter the hall is kind of insane. Maybe today was just a scouting day, I don't know. Anyway, I am gonna go celebrate an early Mother's Day dinner with my mom and sister tonight. It's now day 2 of Furry Weekend in Atlanta. Traffic was a lot easier to get from my mom's place Saturday morning, so that was very nice. There's already attendees lining up outside, and it is like a little before 8:30 a.m. and the hall doesn't open until 10. I guess all the word of how long it takes to get inside has gotten people excited to line up. Also, people lining up for the commissions corner outside, and hopefully they're able to get a spot for today. So someone actually bought a commission from me, but I got the details towards the end of the show. So I told them that I would work on it at home overnight and bring it over for them to pick up the next morning. So that was really fun to do. Looking forward to seeing their reaction when they receive it. Hope they like it. All right, I'm with my new friend Paige. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, and this is also your first Furry Weekend in Atlanta?
In the dealers. I've been going here since about like 2013.
Oh shoot! Okay, gotcha.
I've been in the game for a while.
Hell yeah! How's it been?
Oh, really good. A lot of people were nervous. This was our first time in America's Mart.
Yeah.
But it went really well.
What has been doing well for you?
The big canine tails.
Big canine tails.
I only
I
have
see.
2 left, so.
Oh, that's awesome! Oh my god.
Yeah.
What are you proud of in terms of your work?
Probably the German Shepherd fursuit I made. It sold
Okay.
on the first day, so.
Oh, okay. There'll be a picture somewhere. I'll get it from you.
Yeah.
So. Anything else you want to say to people?
It's fantastic. Come to FWA.
Yeah, and check out their vlog. I'll post the link all down below. So you'll have a vlog for this. You said you're
Yes, I
vlogging.
will be
Okay,
vlogging.
got you. All right.
Bye.
Ready? Yeah. Oh, Haru! Right on. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so it's close to 5 p.m. right now, an hour before the show closes, and in the Telegram for the Furry Weekend Atlanta vendors, think of it as like a chat message board. There were a lot of complaints about the layout, the amount of people being let in, slow traffic, etc. And it seems like the staff has been actively trying to address the situation without overstepping fire safety hazards. But as of right now, it does seem like they let in a lot more people. It definitely sounds busier or feels busier. So yeah, I hope this is a good sign for tomorrow, for the last day, Sunday. We'll see how this final hour goes. Maybe it will make a big difference. I don't know. But I'll check in later. Okay, and that's the end of day 2 for the vendor hall. That last hour didn't really help that much. I mean, there were more people, but I think with such short time and limited funds, it didn't make too much of a difference for me. Very thankful to meet everyone who's recognized me from previous shows like Texas Furry Fiesta, recognized me from my vlogs. So to everyone who watches the vlogs and has stopped by, I really appreciate it. Appreciate your support. I don't know, the energy has been a little strange. Maybe my expectations were a lot higher for this show because it has been hyped up a lot as, you know, consistently being in the top 2 or 3 furry shows in America. So I was kind of expecting a lot of stuff. I was not expecting so much stock left over. Granted, we still have one more day tomorrow, so we'll see what that's like. Feeling a bit conflicted, to be honest. I'm also a little maybe a little self-conscious or anxious about my own work compared to everyone else's. I'm not asking for validation or anything. I was talking to someone and I really admired their work, and then they looked at my booth and told me that I didn't seem like a furry, and it kind of bummed me out. I knew that was not their intention, but I definitely felt a little odd about it. I don't know, I'm trying my best to fit in within the community. So yeah, I don't know, just feeling a bit odd. But that being said, interactions with everyone has been wonderful and everyone's been really sweet and nice. Before I go home, I'm using my time to check out one of the other buildings today, the Hilton. There's some of the gaming areas through here, so I want to see what the life outside the vendor hall was like for the show. I'll show some footage and then I'll check back in tomorrow. Final day of Furry Week in Atlanta, and I'm with familiar faces Cheesecake and InkWolf. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
So we're all tired, obviously.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to get your guys' opinion on, because you guys have been to Furry Week in Atlanta before.
Yes.
Yeah, and so what has this year felt different? What stands out? What might be different about this year compared to previous years?
So last year we were actually in like the basement of the main hotel, I think, and it was definitely a lot smaller than this. Like maybe even like not even half the size, like a fourth of the size. Mm-hmm. The booths are so huge because last year we were only able to build like 18 inches high maximum.
Okay.
And so like seeing everybody's huge displays now, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and just like the number of like attendees is just crazy, especially with like the addition of another section of the convention just makes it seem so much more overwhelming but exciting.
Yeah, we're like in a whole mall now.
Right.
Is this a positive change or like a negative change? Like,
I feel like last year, because it was so small, like every vendor I talked to, no matter how small and no matter where they were placed, everybody seemed to say that they did well. Mm-hmm. But compared to this year, like now how big it is, it feels like nobody's like having a sale. Like now people that I talk to are like, yeah, people are coming by, but nobody's like buying anything, or people are feeling overwhelmed because there's too much to look at.
Yeah, I feel like from an attendee standpoint, there's a lot to look at. There's a lot of cool variety, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yes, bad economic times.
Yeah.
But also this is pretty, I mean, I haven't never been to a Furry Week in Atlanta before. This is really overwhelming. I have nothing to go off of, but from what I've heard from others, that this show is normally supposed to be great for vendors.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are doing okay, at least.
We're doing
getting
well.
by.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing about as good, I think, as my smaller shows. I
Right.
guess.
But this
But-
has the reputation of a bigger
Yeah,
show. so-
absolutely. It's definitely way bigger than Anthro SoCal.
Okay.
And I do really well at Anthro SoCal, but for this one, it's like I'm doing about as
Little,
good as like maybe
yeah.
like I did at Stratos.
Sure.
And Stratos is very
Yeah.
small.
Yeah. I guess it's just the growing pains of a new
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
so-
absolutely.
In a new venue. you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What's something new that you have at your
Oh.
booth? Like, what do you want to show off?
Yeah, so my newest items for this convention are all of my stickers.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
finally started producing stickers.
Cute.
So
I love the Reptar cereal.
I know. I think it's one of my favorite stickers.
And anything else you want to say to everybody?
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Oh
Sounds
my
good.
gosh, yes. Bye.
About 11:22 right now, a little over an hour since the show has opened. There are people, but it's definitely not as busy as the opening of the other 2 days. I mean, noticeably there's not really a line outside, but I'm pretty sure people just partied way too hard last night, so maybe later in the afternoon it'll pick up. I don't know.
Okay, breaking news from my table mate, Dros. They got a DM from me, and they're asking, you could have just asked. I'm like, ask what? I have a fucking impersonator on Blue Sky. So, that ain't me. Yeah. So, fuck. If they're not gone by the time this vlog is up, report them.
Okay, and that's the end of Furry Weekend Atlanta 2026. If you watched this far, I feel like I don't really need to repeat myself, but here are some bullet points. This was just a weird year. I think that everyone can agree that this was a strange one. A new venue, more additional artists and vendors, confusing all around. From my understanding, the staff did their best to accommodate as fast as they could as situations were showing up. Was it ideal? Not really, but honestly, after I took a break and just walked around and just, I don't know, talked to friends, I kind of remembered why I liked conventions again, because my whole headspace was very much like I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like everyone said this was supposed to be amazing, and I'm very disappointed. Numbers wise, I did fine. This is my lowest performing Atlanta convention compared to MomoCon and Sonic Expo Atlanta. But that being said, it is still better than most of my Texas shows. Minus Texas Furry Fiesta, that one was incredible. And definitely better than most anime shows. I would love to do this show again and see how it continues and how it continues to grow. If they'll have me back, I'd love to report back on it and come back with more stuff, you know? I definitely feel like I need to level up. I mean, I am naturally just down on myself, but I am excited and inspired to grow and figure out what to make next. That's pretty much gonna be it for this vlog. If you haven't done so already, you can support me and Munji down below. I'll look for the links in the description. You can find all my socials and follow me on Blue Sky or Instagram. And if you can sometimes see me draw on Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thank you again so much for watching. Everyone who stopped by and said that they're a fan of the vlogs or a fan of Munji, we really appreciate you all. And to everyone who I met for the first time this weekend, thank you so much for being the more positive memories of this convention. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.